Now I like that you said first step because when you set a goal, you gotta you can't just look at the goal at the end. You gotta look at the little steps in between.
Hey, budgeters, we are here with Paul, owner and operator of Nature's Peace Landscaping LLC. See, I told you we would be back with some entrepreneurs who are actually making money, and Paul is one of them. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How you doing tonight?
Good. So, please tell us everything that you can about your business, Nature's Peace Landscaping LLC.
I do residential landscaping throughout the city of Philadelphia. That includes pretty much everything from the top to the bottom, like mowing grass, trimming hedges, trimming trees. Even I've removed some trees as well. So it's I'm in year three, season three. Things have been going well. I love doing it, and I'm just pushing forward, pushing the envelope forward as much as I can.
Okay. So, it sounds like you love what you do. How did you know that this was actually the business for you? How did you tap into your skills or your interests to determine that this job or this business was right for you?
Well, back in 2013, I joined a professional development program, and a lot of the work that we did, the hands-on work that we did, was based in the landscaping field. Prior to that, I didn't know any professional skills that I had, so they helped me kind of find that and understand what that was and how to do the work. And from there, I just been working for companies doing landscaping, just kind of growing, getting more knowledge in the field, and I learned that it's something I like doing. Definitely a place of peace for me, working in the outdoors and everything like that. So I decided that one day I wanted to work for myself. And, I'm like, if I'm getting a business started, I might as well do something that I love doing and something that I'm really good at, something that I acquired a lot of skills in doing so I can get, started off on a good note.
Okay. So, speaking of starting off, how many customers did you have in your first year of business?
Oh, my first year. By the end of my first year, I think I had about 13 customers.
Okay.
That got routine maintenance on their yards or their properties. Maybe I probably served about 18, 20 people in that first year, but only like 13 consistently.
Nice. And then how about now? How does it compare to what you have going on now in terms of your customer base?
So now, closing out year three, I have around 62 consistent customers. And like I said, you always get your one-time customers every here and there. So, and that's been something that happens, more often than it did in the first 2 years. Like the back end, the office work, the taking calls, the scheduling, and everything is like hit an all time high. So it was a new challenge for me, but that was this year's challenge. So I think I faced it on pretty well.
Good. So what did you do to grow your customer base from that 13 to 62 people who are regularly getting their maintenance by you?
Honestly, the biggest contributor to that would be social media. Um, Being the 90s baby, being a millennial, I came up, in the birth of the social media area as a preteen and teenager. So I got kind of, I knew how much of a asset it could be to my business. From my very first customers, I'm recording videos, taking pictures before and after pictures, and I'm just kind of just showcasing all my work online. A lot of people, really like the videos. I do the time lapse thing, so it's like an hour worth of work in 20 seconds, and people really enjoy that. I had a few videos go viral, and I get a lot of customers. I get probably about 80% of my customers from Instagram or from referrals from people who I've gotten from Instagram.
Mm.
So that has been the largest contributor to gaining new customers. And also, just the usual mundane stuff, business cards, flyers, brochures, things like that. And but yeah, just being able to show the work on a platform that reaches a lot of people has been a big help to me.
Okay. Can you tell the people out there, how do you keep your customers? There's so many people, who get customers, but then they lose their customers. And we all know that repeat business is the best business, right? So, how do you make sure that you're keeping your client?
Well, the number one thing is to do the job well, do the job right. You want your customers to feel like they um, got their money's worth. They spend this amount of money, they should be able to come out and be like, "Oh, I probably should have paid them more." That's just my thing. I like that, and then being so passionate about the work, I'd like to leave the work looking well as well. So just good customer service. My customers love me. We talk about family vacations and things like that. When I come and do the work and everything, I can sit and talk, but be very respectful. So just good work, great customer service, communication, showing up on time. A lot of customers that I get, they tell me they called me because the guy they had is unreliable. He doesn't come when he says he's going to come. He leaves this, he leaves that. So you got to do the job right. You got to come on time. You got to communicate. If you're not going to show up, you got to let them know as far as ahead of time as you can. Um, and people that soft skill part about it is really big for people, like being able to be reliable, and things like that, knowing that they can call you and get service right away, or good service right away at that. So that's a big thing with keeping customers. And to handle that, I keep things like sheets, schedules, calendars, and things like that. It's this entrepreneurship is a 24/7 job. Most people don't know that. So yeah, just keeping yourself organized will help with that as well.
Yeah, because I was about to ask you, how do you manage both going out into the field to actually do the work and the back end stuff that you were talking about? So I guess you said it's a 24-hour job. So I guess you are working in the field during the
Mhm.
day and contacting customers or clients and doing that work, that what is it called? Computer work, or doing the paperwork at night. So
Yeah, or during the day, all day. I'm taking calls and things all day. Because I'm like I said, I'm a small business and I'm trying to grow. So it's like you gotta make yourself available. You gotta make yourself available for your business to grow.
yeah.
Um, so yeah. And having a tablet that works. I had to get a tablet. I was doing everything notebook wise. It's good to write stuff down as well. So I don't want to not writing stuff down, but I was losing a lot of papers. So having a tablet is definitely better for me.
Yeah. Okay. And my last question, or next to last question, is you talked a little bit about growing your business or scaling. So how do you foresee that happening, or how do you plan to do that? What's your first step towards increasing or growing your business?
No, I like that you said first step because when you set a goal, you can't just look at the goal at the end. You got to look at the little steps in between. And a lot of people, I got a lot of supporters. I got big support base, and so I get a lot of advice and everything like that. And most of the time it's good advice, but I like to stay at my own pace. I like to move at my own pace. I like to move how I see things moving, and I set kind of one goal at a time. Like after my first year, my first job, I got a weed whacker from my mom's house from back in the day, and I got on a trolley and I went down to my friend's house who was supporting my business, starting off to cut his lawn. And like I said, I took videos and everything. That started my whole social media thing. But then my goal was to get more than just that weed whacker. And I got a lawnmower and everything like that because somebody needed me to do a job where I needed a lawnmower. So then after I got that and I got comfortable in that level, I'm like, okay, now I need a bigger vehicle because, after the bus thing, I was using my grandmother's car. It's like a 2000 something Camry, really small kind of clown car kind of, but and then I just kept moving. Then I got that truck by the end of my first year. And then when my second year came, I said, okay, I'm getting a lot of residential customers, small customers and everything like that. I want some bigger jobs. But I knew that I couldn't do bigger jobs with just my truck. I needed a trailer or, like a bigger pickup truck. So I worked throughout that year, and before October of my second year, I was able to get my trailer. So I was able to start this season with that trailer. I was able to take on bigger jobs, more like tree jobs, jobs where I needed that heavy load. And then once I got that, this year my goal was to try to get a commercial contract now that I got some equipment and everything like that. So that's in the making right now, actually. So yeah, it's just setting that next goal. I don't try to get too far ahead of myself. I understand what my capacity is as far as doing the work and what work I could take on. And when I want to take on more work, I kind of just set it up and figure out what I need to take on more work and set that as the goal.
Okay. So do you have any advice for any future entrepreneurs, people who are trying to jump into the entrepreneurship? Any advice?
Yeah, just you just got to know the work that comes behind entrepreneurship and the kind of sacrifice, with your personal life and everything like that. Because, like I said, it's a 24/7 job. It's your baby. You're creating it from the very scratch, and you're trying to, raise it to be a functional adult. You know what I'm saying? So it's just be ready for sleepless days, be ready for just stressing to see, get ready for the downs, because like early on it was like I'll be buzzing for like a week. I get a few new customers and everything like that, and then I'm thinking, oh, I'm flowing and everything like that. Then boom, I go 2 weeks without getting any new customers, 3 weeks without getting any new customers, and it really gets you to the point where it's like, is this what I should be doing? Because I have a good resume as far as like working for other people. So that's always an option. But this is what I wanted. So I have to kind of like, just stick to it. It's hard to stick to it sometimes, but you gotta stick to it. Um you gotta take the punches and you gotta keep going. It's gonna be a lot of punches. So just be ready for the grind. Make sure it's something that you want to do. Make sure it's something that you're passionate about. Make sure it's something that you wake up every day and do without going to sleep disappointed about waking up and doing it. That's the best advice I can give.
Nice. We truly appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Again, Paul, owner and operator of Nature's Peace Landscaping LLC. We appreciate you.
All right.